Let's grow some radish in 4 steps. Step 1, watering. You want to make sure while you're planting your seeds or transplants, that you have a well-watered soil. This is very important. It makes the adaptation process of a transplant much easier, and it does the same for your seeds. You want to make sure that you have an area in which drains very, very well. You see how this water is kind of just sitting here? You really don't want that. You want it to absorb inside of your soil. So watering for this plant in particular, it's a root vegetable, so you don't want it to rot. It's very important. What I'm doing here is just figuring out which area of our plot drains the best, and that's the area in which we're going to do our seeds. Step 2, your soil. If you want to learn something from me, please don't have soil like this. This soil is really high quality in regards to nutrients, but look at all of these wood chips. Perfect example as to why these 2-week-old seedlings are not doing as well as they should. You see how, give it a second, my water is just kind of going to go to one side instead of going down. That's not a good sign. It's looking for somewhere to go down as opposed to just absorbing in the moisture. So this soil, though it has great nutrients, there are just way too many wood chips for this plant in particular. These little transplants are not doing well at all. They should be double, if not triple, this size. And do you guys remember those seeds that I planted up here? They haven't even sprouted. That's not normal for your radish seeds. It's definitely these wood chips. You know, another reason why I know why? Because these flowers are doing great. And so are the kale next to it. I'm just going to chop and drop this really quick because it's actually kind of bugging me. I'm just going to feed these right back to the soil. You can do that too if you have plants. It's like a little fertilizer. But look at these kale. They're fully thriving. They weren't this size 2 weeks ago. So that tells me that they're happy here and they're sucking up all the nutrients because kale is a very heavy feeder. Another example, you see right there to the right of the screen how that soil is already dry on top. That's not a good thing. I won't buy the soil anymore. Step 3 is drainage. This is very crucial because what you don't want is rotten plants. You want to make sure wherever you're planting, it drains well. And that's when you're going to do the water test. Like step 2, you're going to do that first to even figure out where you want to plant these guys. I let the water sit for a little while and I figured out that these areas where I'm pointing are going to be the best areas for my radish. So that's where we're going to plant them. I also have some space back here in the back that I only have green onion growing. So I think I'm going to do some radish back here too. I'm going to give all of the extras to the community members. Do you guys remember these green beans that we did a couple of weeks ago? Well, only like 3 of them popped up. The others were nibbled on. That's the downside. I'm not here every day to really analyze, what's eating the plants or not. On another note, we don't have any more crickets. And this bird box is sitting up quite well. This is the other side, the opposite side, and we're going to do the radish on this side too. The next thing you want to make sure is that you have adequate sunlight. These guys really like sun, but they don't want to burn up. So after you have those 4 steps, your next step is to harvest. They grow really fast and really easily. This is this is the most low maintenance vegetable I have ever grown, and I highly, highly suggest it. If you want to get your fingers wet in growing a vegetable, try radish. Your kids will love it if you have kids, and you'll be so satisfied because it grows super, super fast. My kids really enjoyed the harvesting process of this. Zahara wanted to be so careful so that it wouldn't break. But look how big that is. Wow. This was not even a full 3 weeks. Amazing results.
Look, Mama. It's a young ladybug. Mommy, it's a young ladybug.
Dear.
She's not grown yet. She's not.
Girl, what is you doing? Girl, what are you doing, girl?
She's eating. Does she eat it?
Now for a quick update. Do you guys remember when I burnt this salvia a couple of weeks back? Mama brought it back to life. However, I have no idea what this is. Drop a comment down below if you're a gardener and you know what that is. They missed some radish. You see him peeking in over there? Okay, let's go look at everyone else's. Let's see what they're doing, what they're up to. So, do you guys remember this lady planted some greens and as well as radish a couple weeks ago? Wow, her squash is doing really, really well. She has, I think, like 4 rows of radish compacted right there, and they're doing really well. They're already poking out. And these greens right here are doing amazing too. Not much bug damage, which is rare because it's in the brassica family. This chard is also doing pretty well. I see a couple nibbles on that. I really want to see how this guy's right here, how his squash is doing, because I figured it'd have a lot of powdery mildew, which it does on the bottom, but it seems to still be growing. Yeah. Oh, look, he has one. I see it back there. Wow, he's got one. So, oh my goodness, I didn't even realize he planted the sunflower. It's beautiful, so delicate. That's my favorite thing about flowers, the delicacy. Have you ever seen a sunflower before it blooms? That's what it looks like. Let's go see if that guy came to... He didn't come get the water... He or she didn't come get the watermelon? What? Oh, they're definitely rotten now, guys. Oh my goodness. Look at this tomato plant. Well, when they say you can just leave a plant, you literally can, because look, this is proof that you can just plant it and it'll still grow. Let me do a taste test though. Let's see. It just popped in my mouth. Super sweet. Okay. This little guy was still buzzing with bees, and he has quite a few eggplant just sitting on here. Wow. He just let it go. And it's growing in our community soil. So there has to be some kind of nutrients in order for this big beast to grow. I hope you guys enjoyed today. See you next week. videos coming. So stay tuned for the next one.